Hey, Facebook friends, Mark Trickstead here in my dining room. Going to give you a brief 5-minute overview on the Theologian trading cards just released by Zondervan. Really cool for the budding theologian on your list. Comes in this really nice box, 288 cards in natural groupings. Here is an example, you can see them in there, of the checklist for the Geneva sovereigns. And there's a checklist for each group, and then each card, here's Herman Bavinck, has the name, a picture, the team name, and then a little biographical sketch and significant contributions, writings, etc. A little bit about him. So there's the cards from Zondervan. I can't highly recommend them enough. Had a blast just reading them this weekend. Actually learned a real lot. So as a treat, what I used to do as a kid, and this may look familiar to some of you, I used to take my baseball cards and have my buddies over, and we'd place them in a diamond and argue who was the best at each position, and maybe even put the starters from the All-Star game coming up, etc. So what we've got here is the first annual Theologian Trading Cards All-Star game. This is the non-reformed starters, and then on this side we've got the reformed starters. So let's take a look at the teams. The starting battery tonight for the non-reformed pitching is from the Orthodoxy Dodgers is Pelagius. Catching is Arias. That kind of makes sense. That's the battery for the non-reformed. Playing at the hot corner tonight is Michael Servetus, and that should make sense to those reformed types that know that Michael Servetus was actually burned at the stake in Geneva, so he'll be playing the hot corner tonight. Backing him up is Thomas Merton, fine Roman Catholic theologian from the St. Pius Cardinals. Actually died in his hotel room by being electrocuted by the switch on his fan. So it makes sense that he would be backing up Servetus at the hot corner. The double play combination for the non-reformers, the popes, Benedict and John Paul II. Interesting thing about John Paul II, leading vote getter, most popular on the team, but yet has none of the 5 tools. He can't hit with power, is slow, can't field, and has no arm, but other than that, he is a great representative for the team. The lone Eastern Orthodox representative playing first base from the Constantinople Hesychists is Gregory Palamas. Gregory is known as the father of the Hesychist controversy in the Eastern Orthodox Church. Just look that up on Wiki, read all about it, and you'll know why you're not Eastern Orthodox. The outfield for the non-reformers, we've got the center fielder and left fielder, both from the Athens metaphysicians. We've got Karl Marx playing left. We've got Nietzsche in center. And we've got the only female representative in the game. We've got a Roman Catholic liberation theology feminist named Rosemary Ruther playing right field. Rosemary made the team basically because I found out about a book that I just cannot wait to get. Her writing... famous book entitled God and Gaia. Isn't that a great title? Actually, Gaia and God, an ecofeminist theology of earth healing. Wow, can't wait to get it. But anyway, she's playing right, and the interesting thing about this is Nietzsche is really close to both her and Karl Marx, and he's got great speed, so he can cover all of this ground in left center and right center for the team. So anyway, managing the non-reformers is none other than the great Ignatius of Loyola, founder of the Jesuits, a great fighter, killer, torturer, would make a great manager. Also on the bench, we've got Origen. He's actually an injured reserve this year. As you know, he castrated himself because of a faulty literal understanding of Matthew 19, either 12 or 21. I think it was 12. So Origen, non-playing on injured reserve. And then we've got Karl Barth and Erasmus. They basically could play on either team and could play any position, so they're in backup for this team. So that's the non-reformers. To the reformers, yay, the battery. John Calvin starting pitcher. His battery mate, the great Martin Luther from the Wittenberg Whistleblowers, will be catching. Doesn't even need a chest protector. Look at that guy. Starting at third base is B.B. Warfield. I selected him just because his card is cool. It has this Wall Street Journal kind of etching look. So Warfield playing third. His Westminster/Princeton buddy, J. Gresham Machen, playing first base. And Machen made it because basically it's December, and he hated Christmas Well, I don't know if he hated Christmas. He hated Christmas trees, called them pagan bushes. So it's December. Machen is at first. The double play combination, nothing else needs to be said. Edwards at short, Whitfield at second. Enough said. The outfield for the Reformers. Polycarp of Smyrna playing left. We wanted to have a member of the Church Fathers on both teams, so he made it. Center field, John Owen, the great John Owen. And then starting in right is the great John Knox, the Scottish reformer. Actually was scheduled to play left field, but when he heard there was a woman starting in right for the other team, he demanded to play right. And of course, that makes sense with his seminal work, the first blast of the trumpet against the monstrous regiment of women. So Knox playing right field for the Reformers. The manager for the Reformers, the great Augustine of Hippo. The pitching coach tonight, because he's been such a wonderful critique of the traditional Reformed and Calvinistic approach of the epistles. N.T. Wright will be pitching coach, correcting Calvin tonight. On the bench for the team is Charles Grandison Finney, the leading vote getter of all of the theologians on this team from the fans. Unfortunately, he can't play. He's no good. He will not be playing. Also on the bench, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, primarily there because of his excellent plotting and strategic skills. So Dietrich will be helping Augustine plot and strategize the game. David Brainerd made it simply because he was so influential getting the Indians into the league. So there we have it, the Reformed, the non-Reformed in the first annual Theologian Trading Card All-Star Game. I hope you enjoy.